Welcome to the 6A State Championship Game 2 as Bingham got Game 1 yesterday. I'm Mark Winterton. Dirk McDermott joining me in this matchup between the Mustangs of Herriman and Bingham, the Miners of Bingham. As yesterday, great game, but it was pitching. Bingham wins at 3-0 yesterday, and so now we've got Game 2.
Yeah, Game 2 today. Yeah, great pitching yesterday from Shelby Jones and Brecca Larson. I mean, they held them down. I think 2 hits is what they ended up giving up. 7 strikeouts, I believe, no walks.
So what does Herriman have to do differently? I mean, obviously score more runs. Don't give me that basic stuff. But what does Herriman have to do differently to get this game and stay in this series?
I really think the biggest thing they need to do is they need to recognize that those pitches that those girls they're getting them on, if it's a rise ball, if it's an outside pitch, and try to battle, maybe cut your swing down a little bit with 2 strikes, put the ball in play, make them make some plays. I mean, you saw Bingham yesterday. They put some balls in play, and Herriman made some mistakes. And sometimes that's just what needs to be done. They need to cut back on their strikeouts and try to get the ball in play somewhere and make Bingham make the plays.
So Herriman's still the home team, and I guess that's going off of the ranking, correct?
Correct, yeah. So Herriman came in as the 2 seed, and Bingham came as the 4 seed.
And so they'll keep that home, except, and I'm not sure exactly what happens if they force a Game 3.
So if they win this game and force a Game 3, it'll be a coin flip that will determine home team. So this game, obviously, yeah, Herriman's the home team, and then next game, if they force an if Herriman's able to get this game, then they would flip a coin to decide home and visitor next game.
The starting pitcher for Herriman will be Kiara Smith, the senior, the Weber State commit. And, I mean, you can't get a better pitcher in the state.
No.
Not much.
It's what she's done all year long, man. She's, like I said yesterday, she's been the workhorse, and you're going to see every bit of her again today, and I'm sure she'll leave it all on the field. She's a senior, so.
And not only a fabulous, amazing pitcher, but also a hitter. Her and her sister Tansy, 2 of the greater hitters for the Herriman team.
Yeah, they're leading the team. I think they're in a battle right now for the best average in the team, and up there at the top of the state as well.
And so we are ready to go. Charity Drake for Bingham going to start us off in the batter's box for Bingham. And that is strike 1 with Charity Drake watching.
Beautiful day again, Mark.
Yeah, they say maybe a little bit of rain this afternoon, but other than that, there's strike 2. Again, Drake watching, waiting for her pitch. And she'll swing on this one, going to foul it off. Drake, a senior for this Bingham team. That one comes in high, ball 1.
Try to get her to chase something out of the zone there.
I'm going to be outside, ball 2. I'll say Kiara's trying to work the plate here. She'll put that one into play. Throw over to Murdoch for the out at first. And that is out number 1 here.
Yeah, it looks like they got 00 Avery Egeland playing third base today. She's a freshman. She's replacing Sophie over there today. I believe Sophie still will be hitting. Avery's going to be the flex, and Sophie will be the DP for him today.
Yeah, I do have her as the DP here in the 7 spot. It's Braxton Hunter, another senior. Of course, 3 seniors on this Bingham team, as we talked about. Braxton going to be attending Slick next year to play softball. And she'll just barely get this one. The quick throw to first, and there's out number 2.
Yeah, kind of got off the end of her bat there and just poked it back to Kiera.
And here comes senior number 3. So the 3 seniors at the top of the batting order for Bingham. As here's Shelby Jones, also going to be attending Salt Lake Community College with Hunter.
Yeah, Shelby's going to Slick, and then Gabby Lancaster, Herriman center fielder, will also be attending with them.
Strike. Shelby pretty much dominates all the statistics for this Bingham team. Hitting, pitching, all of it. She's a phenomenal player, and really the team leader for this Bingham team.
Yeah, she's their senior leader for sure.
2 balls, 1 strike. That one comes across. Strike. It looked good.
Yeah, a good little pitch. It looked like a little off speed, maybe a change or a curve there.
He takes a second to call him. So you're waiting for that strike call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and she'll just knock this down third place line. Not enough. Herriman gets 3 hits, or 3 outs right in a row.
Yep, 3 up, 3 down.
3 ground outs in the first, top of the first, and that'll put Herriman at bat. See what they can do. We talked about this yesterday, but as far as Mickey Jackson, so head coach for Bingham is Mickey Jackson. And there's a lot of these players that have come through her program. How long has she been coaching there at Bingham?
I don't know the exact amount of years, but I'm going to say 20 plus. I know that. But
So-
I don't know the exact number.
And so now we've got 3 coaches for Herriman that all actually played underneath her.
Yeah, Heidi McKissick, the head coach, Pam Slade, her sister, and also Nicole Wall, who sang the national anthem for the Mustangs today, all attended Bingham High School. Nicole, the most recent, I think she graduated like 3 or 4 years ago. She was a pitcher for them as well.
Now, Mickey Jackson's been a huge part of, I guess you could say, the Utah softball program.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's, like I said, she's been around for quite a long time. I mean, I don't want to age Mickey. You know, she'd have to tell you that, but I know she's been around for a long time, and she's been an important part of the local softball community.
Well, and the fact that now some of her ex-players are coming back and giving back into that softball community.
For sure, and that's what you want from a coach, right? To have someone want to follow in her footsteps.
And Shelby Jones will start out on the mound. For the Bingham Miners. And Gabby Lancaster is going to lead us off. Is it
Tansy Smith?
Oh, that's Tansy Smith, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Kind of another interesting note on Herriman's coaching staff. You have Bree Schober, who's coaching first base, and her dad, Bob Schober, is actually one of the coaches for Herriman. Bob coached at many different places, but he coached at BYU, Salt Lake Community College. So it's kind of cool, another father-daughter combo on the coaching staff.
Boy, Tansy gets right up in the front of that batter's box.
Yeah, she's an aggressive hitter. She wants to attack those fastballs.
In fact, she kind of cleaned up the batter's box, and it looked like maybe she was trying to swipe away the corner there. Give me a little more room here. She'll knock this one right to the second baseman, trying to get it through the hole, and that is out number 1.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of these hitters. They'll do their, their cleanup of the box. They have there's a certain thing they like about the box. They want to make it look a certain way. Yeah, routine. Yeah.
Well, so far in this inning and a half, it looks like they're going to continue on what happened yesterday in actually both games, where it was a pitcher's battle. That looked like a strike.
Might have been a little out. It's pretty close, though.
Waiting to see what his call was.
Yeah, he called the ball.
I wish there was an actual signal for ball so that it could be, instead of leaves us all guessing whether we missed the strike signal. Do you ever get that? Where you're like, is he going to call strike? Is he going to call strike?
Yeah, it's hard when he's slow to his strike call.
That too.
That throws you off a little bit because you're like, oh, it's a strike blue, and he's in his motion. Usually if he says nothing, it's a ball.
Right. I wish there was actually a signal, so then you'd go, oh, yeah, it was a ball.
Yeah.
Instead of you sitting there going, was it?
He gives you something. He gives you something else. Points down instead of.
Yeah, something. Put that in the rule change here. Kiara makes the hit, and she will ground out. Is that 3 away?
Three away.
That was quick.
Quick inning.
Very quick inning. After one, we're zeros. We're back after this quick break.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Spring.
And we are back. Start the second inning. Mark Winterton along with Dirk McDermott. Joining me is Herriman out in the field in their black jerseys. Bingham in their pinstripe white. And up to bat for Bingham is number 23, Oakley Clark.
Yeah, Oakley's their third baseman. She's a junior for him. She made a good play last inning, cutting in front of the shortstop, taking that ball away, throw Kiera out at first.
It's Kiera Smith on the mound for the Mustangs. And 2 balls here. High, ball 3. See if she can work out of this hole now.
Perfect. Thank you. Staying on camera 3.
Oakley.
Go.
And just a bounce that is going to send her to second. She's going to round, go to third. So the double, I'm gonna say possible error, puts it or gives her third base there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably a single and an error. I think it's one of those ones that it caught Cass. She wasn't sure what to do there. Again, it's a line drive that you you got to figure out if you're going to come in and attack it or if you're going to sit back. They just kind of skipped away from her there. But, yeah, definitely I think a single and then probably advancing on an air.
Yeah, it looked like they put that. And that great hit there, and it's going to drive in a run. And so Oakley will score for the Miners as they'll go up 1-0 over the Mustangs.
Yeah, good hit right there by Brecca Larson driving that run. Took advantage of the miscue there.
She swung on the first pitch, didn't she?
Yeah, first pitch went that 4-3 hole over there and out to right field.
Bunt. Kiera will throw her out at first. And so Larson advances that. Larson still in.
Yeah, Brecca advances second. Ryan Hallen with the sacrifice bunt, giving herself up to advance the runner over to second base, put her in scoring position.
So only one out here. And I think this is Lemke, isn't it?
Yeah, this is G. Lemke, Graceland. Sophomore. Had a big game yesterday for him.
Outside.
That bunt, you can see those pitchers, they throw underhand a lot, right? All game long. So
Right.
they have to throw an overhand throw. Sometimes it'd be a little awkward, right?
Especially when you're just kind of a little bit of a, it's a little short throw.
Yeah, Kiera kind of one-hopped out over there to the second baseman.
Staying with one through this pitch. Camera 2.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Lemke.
Camera 4. And back to 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
A little outside there.
And she will take her base. And here comes Brooklyn Fogg. Fogg, another lefty and sophomore.
Yeah, sophomore center fielder.
As Tansy's going to go talk to her sister.
Probably need to decide what they want to do here if she lays out a bunt.
Camera 2.
She likes to do that bunt slap like we talked about yesterday. Really good speed.
The bunt slap gives it a little more speed than a bunt, but still slow enough that it throws them off.
Yeah, when you're a slapper can put a ball on the ground in front of the shortstop, third baseman, and try to leg it out, or they can even slap it right out there in left field. You see this, the outfield's kind of cheated in a little bit in left and center, knowing that that's a potential, that something that she can do. The slap's kind of like it's almost like not a full swing. I mean, it's a half swing, kind of check it, and then you want to push it to the left field side.
And that's what she shows.
Yeah, she showed kind of a bunt there and see what the defense would do, the movement they have.
Over to 4. Back to 1. Over to 2.
She'll swing on this one. Foul ball. Gives us a 1-1 count here against Fogg.
Back to 4.
Brooklyn really has like 3 aspects. She can do the bunt, the slap, and then there she took a full swing. So it's a triple threat as far as what she can do and what you need to be ready for.
So Larson at second, Lemke at first,
Oh, going to try to advance.
and Larson will steal third. So runners at the corners. Only 1 out.
Ball kind of squirted away from Tansy there, and Brecca took advantage of it.
So I'm going to expect Lemke to take second here.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
On this batter, Bill will stay on third base. He will stay on ball.
But at the same time, these catchers' arms are very good, and so are the infielders' arms. So if you do that, you better you better make the decision pretty quick.
I'm thinking sacrificial steal that then drives in or brings in your runner on third.
Yeah, I mean that's a risk, but then at the same time they could have some play up their sleeve that, you know, they might have a shortstop come across, cut a ball over. So it might be a risk early on. You know, maybe in the second inning they might try to look at something else.
I see.
Walked her.
And so that loads the bases and brings up Cowley. This is the freshman shortstop, right?
Correct, yeah. Brenna Cowley. Freshman shortstop, like
And
I mentioned
she had
today.
a phenomenal game last night also.
She had a great game last night, and she had a great game to get him to this point. A big hit against Riverton to get him to this point a couple days ago.
Strike one. This is a tight spot for a pitcher. Bases loaded, only one out. And a great hit there. Will drive in two.
Yeah, went up the middle.
And are they going to get her? She swings on her, trying to tag her, and she misses. And so that will drive in 2 runs. And Bingham up 3-0.
Yeah, drove one up the middle there. Good piece of hitting again by Brenna.
Now, you've coached a lot of these girls going up through the years, including your daughter. How difficult is it to just watch at the high school level and not be there to coach?
I don't mind it, actually. We talked about a little bit about yesterday, you know. Hear it from someone else. Hearing feedback from another coach. You know, I love to be on the field and I love to coach and give my input, but at the same time, I think everyone would say they like to have someone else coach their daughter. Oh. Hot shot.
Is that what you call that?
Yeah, I mean, that was a rocket. Got on her quick. And Bingham's feeling pretty good right now. They got the momentum, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Up 4-0, only one out, and now runners at the corners again. And looks like Coach McKissick wants to chat with her team here a bit.
Yeah, it looks like that's LT, Lauren Tixon, that's out there talking to him.
Oh, not McKissick.
Yeah, LT coaches third, and she's who wandered out there to give him some advice and maybe try to fire him up a little bit.
Well, Bingham's on a run, and they've got the momentum right now, and momentum can be huge.
For sure. Yeah, they're putting the ball in play hard, you know. They're forcing the Mustangs to make some plays. And
I think they put a speed-up runner over there on first.
Yeah, I think it might be 24, Callie Clark, I think. Is that who it was?
Yeah, I guess I got to look at the right. Yeah, Callie Clark.
I think I learned that yesterday, right? We were trying to figure that out yesterday, and we kind of...
Oh. Well, yes, because Drake's the pitcher, and so she's...
Yeah, speeding up for the catcher. Yeah.
Or the catcher, I meant.
Yeah.
Yes, here is... This is Braxton Hunter. And Shelby Jones on deck. And you wonder how much of that carried over, having that win yesterday carried over into this game, but they've gone on a run.
For sure. I mean, and when you get to a point where you're up 1-0, And you're coming into the game 2.
I'm on 2.
Looks like Kiera might have something going on with her hand a little bit. She pitched a lot of innings this year, so probably need to get something to. She might be bleeding a little bit or have a callus or something that might have opened up on her.
Well, you get emotions both ways, right? Number one, motions for Bingham on Bingham's side for the fact that now they're up 4-0 in game 2. A win here gives them the state championship. Herriman, the other side of that is that now they find themselves in a hole a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you talked about a momentum, and Bingham's obviously fired up and got a lead. So you got to figure out if you're Herriman right now, you got to figure out how to stop the bleeding and see if you can compete the rest of this game. But yeah, the momentum is definitely on Bingham's side early on here. Looks like they got some liquid Band-Aid or something on her finger to help her continue.
2-1 count. There's the pitch, foul ball. It'll make it a 2 balls, 2 strikes for Hunter. Swing and a miss. That'll be strikeout and out number 2. That's her first strikeout of the game, I believe, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
As here comes Shelby Jones. Shelby Jones, senior. Batting a .465 on the year with 12 home runs.
Got that outside corner there.
And as you mentioned, these two, both Smith and Jones teammates in Summer League.
Yeah.
On their club program.
Yeah, at a comp, accelerated level, teammates, yeah.
Kiera pitching a 150 or 139 on the year.
Her ERA?
Yeah, on her ERA.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were talking about her strikeouts, and let's see if that's got that updated from yesterday. It is not. It's not on there. So she's sitting at 228, but she had how many strikeouts yesterday?
Let me see if I have it here. It's she's sitting at 232 right now for the year. 232 strikeouts. And counting.
And counting.
So 233, I guess, now, right?
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes here against Jones with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. And she came through. She got her another strikeout there for Smith. And she will stop that. Tough inning there against Bingham. Down 4-0. And we'll see what they can do at bat. Jones will stay on the mound.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they do today. If they go with the combination again, that seemed to work yesterday. If they go with the Brecca Larson and Shelby Jones combination, or what they do.
I want to say Shelby pitched 4 innings, and then they brought in Larson for 3, something like that.
Yeah, let me check there. I think it was. I think you were right. I think maybe. Actually, it looks like
3
Shelby
and
went
4,
3 and Brecca went 4.
Then Brecca went the last 4.
Yeah. I think it just all depends on, again, like we talked yesterday, about the momentum of the game. You know, how the game's flowing.
And so here we go with bottom of the 2nd inning here.
Staying on 2 is look like a good view of the mound meeting.
Yeah, senior left fielder Cassidy Hopman's going to get the Mustangs going here to start at the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Camera 3 to the batter. And back to 1. stay here through the pitch.
And Hopman right off the bat hits it over the shortstop, batting a .417 on the year. Was that an error, or do you think she was safe?
Oh, man, that sure is close. I'll be interested to see what the official score gives her. I mean, it's a tough play again for Brenna, the shortstop for Bingham. Looks like they did give her an error. It's kind of a bang-bang play, and, you know, Brecka tried to dig it out over there. She did her best job she could, but it kind of skipped away from her. So,
well, I wondered if Hopman would have beaten it anyway, but
yeah,
they're going to give him an error. And
it sure was close, man. I agree with you, but looks like the official scorekeeper gave them an error. Oh,
this one popped up. Is that is going to go over?
Got up on that little thing there. Oh, it's coming back down. Heads up, everybody.
Heads up. Oh.
A little overhang's nice. Provides a lot of shade for the fans, but yeah, you got to watch that ball all the way through, I guess, huh?
Got to wait for her coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I think Cass, she might have beat that throw out. I mean, that was a hard hit ball and a good play by Brenna, and it's a bang bang. So, but
well, regardless, I guess she gets on.
Yeah, it's on base. Get something started.
And here is Queen Taro batting a .357 on the year with 7 home runs. They could use one right now.
Yeah, sophomore right fielder. Shelby went outside there trying to get her to chase on 0-2.
Camera 4. And camera 1. Hey, Jordan, you can actually zoom in a little bit on the runner on first if you want. Staying with 1.
The 1-2 pitch, and she'll strike her out.
Got her with an off speed there, a little looked like a change or something there.
So here comes the senior Brinley Murdoch. Senior, right? Yeah.
Yeah, senior first baseman. Yep.
That's right. Mountain Ridge transfer.
Correct. Might have had a ball roll down in here.
In the stands.
I think it came out from the bullpen over there.
Oh. Well, the plus side is we don't have baseball behind us today. The baseball state championships have moved to UVU, and so last night, boy, between Viewmont and Lehigh, it seemed like we had definitely a lot of fouls coming in.
A couple of foul balls coming over here last night.
But some intense baseball games last night behind us, and now it's quiet back there. Get it all to ourselves.
Yeah, only show today here at BYU Park, Gail Miller Park, is the girls. They get all the attention. Well deserved.
Oh, this is it.
This is it. Last day of the high school season for 6A and 5A.
Murdoch with a 1-1 count, and she'll hold on that one, make it a 2-1 count.
Just a little outside, it looked like there.
Over to 3 to get the batter. And 1 for the pitch.
Cassidy Hopman on first for the Mustangs with 1 out. Here's Jones' pitch outside. Will make it a 3-1 count here against Murdoch.
Over to 2. To 3. And to 1.
Strike 2.
Got on that outside corner.
So make it a full count here against Murdoch.
Over to 2. So she gets the call. Go back to 1. Back to 1. Here we go. Over to 2.
Murdoch reaches for it. Jones will throw that one over, getting the second out. Hopman will advance to second.
Over to 2.
Again, Shelby went with something a little off speed there. Kind of had Brinley off balance, and wasn't able to get her full barrel and full body into that to drive it. She did what she's supposed to do with an off-speed pitch. Shelby threw an off-speed pitch there, and that's a tough pitch to hit.
Yeah, it throws off her whole hitting, right?
Yeah, everything.
Sophie Lancaster, freshman, batting a .367 on the year.
Stand on 1 through the pitch.
With 2 outs, and she'll swing. Foul ball.
Over to 3. 4. 2-1. Staying here.
Oh, and Beans are in the helmet, and she'll take her base.
Got her in the head.
Now that's why we wear helmets.
That's why you wear a helmet.
Didn't even phase her.
No.
She tossed her bat and took her base.
And that happens, you know, you're getting people that are going to try to get in their zone, put it in a certain spot, right? Like they're going to try to go inside, and sometimes it slips a little bit, and that's the result.
So has Kinley always been a lefty?
She
Or
has.
She hit
Yeah.
both ways.
She's always been a lefty.
Kinley McDermott. And she'll swing and drive it up the left side.
Base hit.
You can't ask for better than that, right, Dad?
No, that was awesome. That a girl.
And that loads the bases here for Herriman. They've got 2 outs on them against them. But this brings up Gabby Lancaster.
Yeah, one of their senior leaders, center fielder.
Batting a .333 on the year with 1 home run, 22 stolen bases. Slapper, isn't she?
Yeah, she has the slap, she has the bunt. She's got some sneaky power, too. So, you mentioned, Mark, if Kinley was always a lefty. Yeah, when she was, 4 years old, we were out in the front yard in my parents' house. I have my nephews, Parker and Dawson McDermott. They're both left-handed. She got up to bat left-handed. My wife said, "Wait a second, you're not a lefty." I said, "Yeah, she is." Don't tell her she's not. She won't know any different. She's been a lefty ever since. So I was kind of convinced. She does everything right. Everything. She hits left. So.
Is she a slapper?
No. Kinley doesn't slap. She's just a straight hitter. We never did the slapping thing with her. She's not as fleet of foot as some of these girls that are slappers. She's fast, but not quite Gabby and Brooklyn Fogg from Bingham's fast.
Oh, and it just barely goes foul. Barely goes foul, right?
Yeah. She was seeking out that left field line there for sure.
It was going right at Hotman. Hotman would have had to jump that thing.
Yeah. You'll notice on that where, Cass, she's staying outside of the foul line. She's staying in foul territory, so if that ball would have hit her, it'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she was running inside the line towards, the field, it hits her, she's out.
Right.
So she's making sure she's on the outside of that line.
Sure right, too.
Gabby and Shelby are also pretty familiar with each other. They also play on the same comp team, and we'll both be attending Solid Community College next year. So they'll be teammates for even longer.
Well, this is a big at-bat for Gabby. 2 outs and bases loaded. And Herriman needing something big right now. Or at least right now would be a good time.
Yeah, to help chip away from the Bingham's lead. It'd help.
You've got to change that momentum. Otherwise, it could just continue to build.
Sure.
Shelby don't like the call. Does not like the call.
Now she's asking for a different pitch.
Yeah.
Again, that might be something where Shelby, like I said, the familiarity with each other, right? She might be like, no, I think that Gabby tends to like that pitch, so she might want to go to something else. Or something she's feeling more comfortable with right now.
Yeah, when you played on the same team, I mean, you see it all, and she'll strike her out.
Got her. That's big.
Huge strikeout there for Shelby Jones as Bingham leads 4-0. And that is the end of 2. We'll be back after this quick break.
Mountain Land Power Equipment
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
And we're ready to start the third inning here. Kara Smith on the mound. Here in the top of the third, Bingham leading 4-0. And it's a huge hit by Oakley Clark. She had a great hit in the, was it the last inning to start them off?
Yeah, she actually is who hit the line drive to left field last
and she was the
start.
She was the first run to come in.
Yep. So she's done a good job of finding some grass out there, finding some green.
Here comes Brecca Larson. Brecca Larson, sophomore, that finished up pitching yesterday.
Yeah, Brecca's over at first base today, and like I said, might have an opportunity to come in and pitch again here. A little off speed there.
Puts her in the hole with a 0-2 count. See if Kiera can finish her off, and it's just a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call that, a bounce ground.
Yeah, a little cue stick shot, kind of off the end of the bat. You talk about, you know, when you shoot in the pool, you kind of get a little cue stick. It might go off a little to the side. I think that's what she got there. She got a little off balance and hit it off the end of the bat there.
When you get Nancy, you mean, in pool and
yeah, you
totally flop it.
Yeah. I just think she, like you said, she's out in front a little bit, but she did move the runner. So
Oakley advances to second, and this is Ryan Howland, sophomore for the Miners. Ryan batting a .322 on the year for the Miners. Strike one there.
Yeah, Ryan's a catcher for Bingham. Today she's a designated player. She's hitting. She's hitting for their right fielder today. She's kind of the designated player, like I said. A little off speed. Got her out in front of her foot.
And Bingham were able to get their bats just really going hot in that last inning.
Yeah, they took advantage of an error and then found some green. Oh.
And Howland finds a hole in the field. That is going to bounce to the fence, and Oakley is going to score. Howland gets a double out of it.
Yeah, nice solid hit for Ryan out there in left center in that gap out there. She really got all that one. That was a good-looking swing by Ryan.
And put it right where she needed to.
Yep, they manufactured a run there, like you said. We talked about, you know, Oakley gets them started. Brecca gets a little cue stick shot back to the pitcher, moves her to second, and then Ryan with a big clutch hit out to left center out there to drive in Oakley.
Graceland Lemke. Get a speed-up runner in, is that number 3?
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be Jenna
Thomas.
Yeah, one of the freshmen that Bingham has in their team, going to run in out there and run for her. I think it's probably going to be a substitution for a runner, and then they can obviously re-enter Ryan back in later in the game if they want her to hit. yeah, Jenna's another one of Bingham's freshmen. Sorry.
Well, only 3 seniors. They've got a lot coming back next year. One out.
He wants her behind. He wants her behind the net. Yeah, safety again. You know, just didn't have a helmet on over there and trying to fire her team up. But yeah, he wanted to push her back a little bit.
3 and back to 1.
Yeah, Bingham players, they're a little excited.
Oh, she lost that one.
Bounced it.
You know, you're gripping that ball. You got different fingers and stuff. You're trying to manipulate a spin or do something different. And sometimes, you know, you get a little sweat, a little something on there, and
lose the grip
you'll
on
lose it. You know, she just lost it.
Well, she was bringing the heat. It was coming fast. Ball 3. Thomas advances to third. In scoring position, only 1 out. Lemke.
See if they give G the 3-0 go here. No, she was taken.
She just, yeah, that one's a tough one to swing on. Unless you know for sure it's that pitch that you want and you see it.
Yeah, it is a tough one. Sometimes a coach will say, hey, if it's yours that you really dream about, swing at it.
And she will swing on this one. It's going to pop up to left field. We'll see if Thomas tags up. She doesn't. Wouldn't have given her much room.
Yeah, not quite deep enough.
Time.
Not quite deep enough to get the run in.
And so there's 2 outs. And here's Fogg. Fogg, sophomore, batting a .243 on the year.
Jordan, stay with that meeting right there.
What is
Looks like we got a sub. Keep an eye on who's
Mickey going to do? Some sort of substitution here?
Yeah, it looks like she might bring in a different hitter here to. Looks like she's going to bring in number 2, Camry Cowley. This is Brenna's older sister, sophomore. Kind of fun, you know, a lot of different sisters and stuff on these teams. Kind of fun.
Yeah. What would be the reason here for this substitution? Especially where you know Fogg's done great. I mean, she did great. She got on. She, I think, scored in the last inning.
Yeah, it might be something that early in the year they saw that they felt like Camry had some good swings on Kiara's pitches, or something that they just feel like she's got the opportunity to see the ball better, being a righty, like a righty matchup instead of the lefty righty. Also, I know Camry has a little bit more pop. They might have think Brooklyn doesn't hit the ball as far out of the infield, so maybe they're thinking she can find a gap here. Camry's another one of their pitchers that's kind of in their system that's coming up the next couple of years. She's a sophomore. I think her and Brecka will hold down a lot of the pitching reps next year.
Swing and a miss.
A little off-speed pitch.
Yeah, she come through too early there, didn't she?
Yeah, she was a little ahead of that. That's, again, like I said yesterday, when you talk about low 60s down to 48 on a changeup, it's going to throw you off a little bit. Oh, a little change.
They'll get the out there before the run, and so in the top of the third inning, Bingham, of course, gets 1 run in. But that there is, so they're in the cowboy hat. That's Kiki Feliciano. And if you see him wearing yellow ribbons, both teams actually, that is for her. You can tell us more about that, Dirk.
Yeah, Kiki's a cancer survivor and a current cancer fighter. So Kiki was diagnosed with a lung cancer a couple years back, and has fought it forever and got kind of a clean bill of health there for a little while, and then it's a couple months ago it's came back, and it's a cancer that it tends to attack your lungs. It's attacked her lungs, and she's had to have pieces of her lung removed, and she's fought through that and been out on the field a couple times this year, at a junior varsity level, and she wants to be on the field, man. She doesn't want to be the cancer kid. She wants to be the softball kid, and she's a big part of this team. And you'll see all the Herriman coaches have a fight for her on their back, and that's really saying, fight for Kiki, and all of our thoughts and prayers are obviously always with Kiki. And like I've said before, it puts it in perspective, man. Like, this is just a game. Without me getting emotional up here, Mark. So, yeah, it's awesome.
We go into the bottom of the third here. And starting us off for Herriman is Tansy Smith.
Yeah, back to the top of the order. Lead off.
Tansy, sophomore. Sister to Kiera. And I imagine she plays catcher for obvious reasons. Maybe she's catching at home for Kiera, I'm guessing.
Yeah. She also calls all of her calls, which is pretty cool.
Number 1, Kiera Rodriguez.
Yeah, pretty cool to have that pitcher-catcher battery is what they call it. I just passed you over there, that story Salt Lake Tribune wrote about Kiki. It's pretty.
Back in April.
Yeah. Kind of goes in a little more detail.
Oh, let's see. Oh, they updated this one just recently. Okay. You can read about that, and I guess in the paper then, a little more about Kiki. But
yeah. Pretty crazy story. K-Rod up now, hitting 2.
Rodriguez batting a .234 on the year. And, of course, another one of those sophomores. Both teams with a lot of sophomores, it seems.
Very young teams, both of them. Outside fastballs there today for Shelby. Yeah, Kiera Rodriguez is Herriman's starting shortstop this year. Her bat's really been coming on the second half of the year and in the state tournament for sure.
Foul ball here. Even this up at 2 apiece. Yeah, only 3 seniors for this Bingham team, and of course Drake behind the plate, Jones on the mound, and behind her is Hunter at second base. The 3 seniors for this Bingham team. The rest of them will be back.
Got her.
That'll give them 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. As here comes Kiara Smith. Kiara Smith, one of the seniors for Herriman.
Senior leader for sure. Kiara's an unbelievable athlete and an unbelievable human. Great kid.
She didn't come off the mound yesterday, and she hasn't come off the mound today.
No, she's going to give you everything she's got.
And what a hit down the middle. That'll be a base hit there. Kiera will get on, and here comes Hopman.
Yeah, got a fastball and put it right back up the middle.
Last time Hopman was up, she actually almost scored. Got to third, and before the third out.
Yeah. Yeah, going to have a speed-up runner here at first base, Maddie Sabick, number 6. Another one of the Herriman seniors. She unfortunately had a shoulder injury early in the year, sliding into a base. It's kind of limited her defensive abilities.
Foul ball. Just overcast a little bit, but I like this venue because most of the crowd can stay out of the sun with this, I guess you could say, this shade.
Yeah, this little overhang here provides a little bit of shade, but yeah, it is a little overcast that's keeping the sun away and keeping the temperatures down.
Great pitch, and look at that hit. Going to clear the right fielder, bouncing to the fence. Sabick is going to score. Hopman's going to hold up at third. And what a hit there by Hopman. So Herriman gets one on the board here in the bottom of the third with a great hit from Hopman.
Yeah, she's trying to fire him up over there, too, get her team fired up. You can see that was a good opposite field hit. Azalea tried her best to get back on that. That ball was kind of sliced away from her, and it went. This field's 210 down the lines, and that probably went 208. So it's a tough play. But good contact, get Herriman on the board there.
Little meeting there on the mound. Bingham going to talk it over. With 2 outs, Hopman at third again.
Yeah,
and here comes.
Cass has been over there twice.
Here comes Quintero. Shelby struck her out last time she was at bat.
That was a little low.
Oh, I thought it was a strike.
It was definitely over the plate. I think it
come in low.
A little low, I think. Again, hardest for us to see up here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have to watch the glove to see where that glove's going to be. At right to third, the throw over to first, and they get that third and final out. And so after 3 innings, it's Bingham 5, Herriman 1. We're back after this quick break to continue this state championship action.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live at Gale Miller Field here at BYU, the BYU complex. It's the 6A state championship game 2 of this series. Bingham leads 1-0 over Herriman in the series, and they're up 5-1 here in the top of the 4th as we begin. Kiara Smith on the mound for the Mustangs.
Turn a little off-speed pitch there, down in the dirt for ball 1.
This is Brenna Cowley, the freshman, batting a .271 on the year.
Had a huge two-base knocker first at bat up to center field out there.
Two balls, no strikes. Felt like she came through on that one, but not quite enough to. And that one will be strike 1.
Yeah, I think
we got 3 balls.
Our scoreboard's off.
I was thinking it's 2 balls, 1 strike, isn't it?
Oh, he just threw up 3-1. Did I miss a pitch?
I don't think so. I think we're 2-1. I could be wrong. We'll see. Because that is a ball. Nope, strike.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a full count. I think we're 2. I think we're 2-2.
Oh, he's holding up 3-2.
Oh, did he just hold it up too?
I think maybe it was that off-speed pitch, I think, that first off-speed pitch.
We missed a pitch. Yeah. That one up in the air. And there's Kinley to come underneath it for the first out of this inning. And here's Charity Drake.
Back to the top of the lineup again for Bingham. I think this is the 3rd time through, right?
I believe so. Yes. Charity Drake, a 2-time academic All-State and one of the Bingham seniors.
Yeah, that academic All-State honor, man, that's huge.
I never got it.
Me either. Me either, but yeah, it's definitely something that she should be very proud of. A little outside.
Great grades and great athlete, and parents have got to be proud.
Double threat, yep.
Foul ball. Bounced off Braxton there. Got to get her in the back, kind of come down on her back.
Yeah, she kind of was waiting for it to fall back down. Yeah, we talk about high school softball, and, you know, this is the closest thing you'll get to a little off speed.
Oh, and it just gets past the shortstop. And so Hunter gets to first. There's 1 out here. Oh, sorry, that was Charity.
Yeah.
Charity, and now Braxton. Braxton's
up. Sorry, what I was saying is, you know, they talk about high school, riding the buses and having to keep up with your schoolwork and stuff like that. It's kind of the closest you get to like a collegiate experience, right? If you're going to play college softball and do different things, you got to make sure you're on top of your grades and keep your eligibility and everything like that. So
I feel like all of it develops you for those life skills, you know, life challenges, becoming a parent, having a job. And some people don't do so good at that. But
yeah,
hopefully this is helping these girls to manage all of that and
teaches you how to be a teammate, teaches you how to listen to a leader, right? I mean, life skills, just a game.
One ball, 1 strike.
Looks like that Callie Clark might be running over there again at first. Yep, she is. Speeding up for Drake, the catcher.
Oh, yeah. Deja vu. That's what it feels like. They get
second out.
But Clark advances to second here.
Yep.
And here comes Shelby Jones, the home run leader for this team. She's going to talk to her coach, Mickey Jackson.
Probably talking about a previous at bat, you know, where Kira might have pitched her, what to look for, what to be aware of. Mickey's got years of experience, obviously, you know, analyzing the game up and down.
Does Mickey coach other aspects like club ball during the summer? Does she have anything to do with that, or is it just mainly just a high school program teaching, that kind of thing?
Just her high school program, you know, teaching. She's always willing to help and give input to club teams.
You're gonna burn out though if you just continue to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have your 3 months where it's just softball for these coaches, and it's longer than that. You know, 3 months of playing, it's a whole year as far as the process of uniforms, practice schedules, and
as Shelby pounds this one, it's just one bounce hits the fence, and Shelby's gonna round second, going to third. At a triple, and she drives in Clark. Bingham up 6-1. Well, so far in this series, that was the biggest hit we've seen.
Yeah, she put that way out there. That was about 215. It was a great effort by Ken's out there in right field, but couldn't come up with it. Shelby just got a little more of the ball than what Mackenzie Quintero could catch up to.
And this is Oakley Clark. She has gotten on base both times she's been up, and she will drive in Jones for a base hit.
Oakley's 3 for 3 today. 3 for 3 for Oakley.
Yeah. The junior batting lights out today.
And there's a reason why she's the 4 hitter, because she's getting done what she's supposed to there at the 4 spot, the cleanup spot.
Yeah, she's hitting well. And so they drive in another, and Bingham up now 7-1. This is their biggest lead over Herriman this year. As Brecca Larson won't quite make it. Smith gets the 3rd out, and so Herriman will stop that inning there. Bingham gets 2 runs.
Yeah, they got an uphill climb, the Herriman Mustangs. Down 6.
Got to come alive at the bats. The bat, and
for sure. 3 hits.
Yeah, you're
to Bingham's 8 right now.
4 innings to turn it around. And first up, I believe, is Murdoch.
Yeah, I think you'll see Brindley Murdoch here and leading off, followed by, I believe, Sophie Lancaster, and then Kinley McDermott will be the 3 hitter this inning. Good crowd today. Starting to see it fill in a little bit more as some of the kids are getting out of school and stuff like that. Good to see the support.
I don't know if anyone even had school today, did they? There were so many. There's graduations. You can't even park anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I think Alpine School District, they're done. I do know that Jordan School District, who both of these teams are associated with, they're still in. I think they got 1 more week left.
Oh, they don't finish up until next week, huh?
Yeah, I think today is technically like the last day to turn in stuff, but yeah, they have 1 more week to kind of finalize things.
Go through the Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it's something they've talked about a lot, about cutting it short, but yeah, they go through Memorial. Next week's kind of the festivities, they have senior parade and a lot of stuff that the seniors probably won't go to school for, and, then they'll finish up graduation.
Murdoch takes the first pitch, and quick out. There's Lancaster.
Yeah, Soph's just hitting today. She's a DP for Avery.
It was just a freshman, though.
Yeah, Sophie and Avery are our two freshmen this year that are contributing at a varsity level.
Foul ball. Foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes here against Lancaster.
See what Shelby comes at her here with. She's got her whole bag of pitches right now.
Ball 1.
Trying to go a little outside, get her to chase.
The 1-2 pitch. That'll be another foul ball as Lancaster staying alive.
Yep, just battling. It's a chess game between the pitcher and the batter, trying to decide what pitch she's going to throw next.
Oh, and a strike three. She hesitated. I think at this level you don't run much, do you? At that third strike, that.
No, I think it's away. I mean, you can take some extra bases. I think she was, again, like I said, it's a chess game. You know, you're guessing the pitch that you think she's going to throw in that situation, and it gets on you quick, man. You gotta make a quick decision.
So 2 outs. And here's Kinley McDermott. Kinley just a sophomore. Batting a .314 on the year with 1 home run. And she'll swing on this one. Shortstop's able to come up with it and just beats her, as that will be the 3rd out and the end of 4. So after 4 innings, it's Bingham 7, Herriman.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run.
Hey, we're ready to start inning number 5 as we're at break. Dirk was saying how we're old, and I'm like, Dirk, come on. You're like a year younger than me.
We're not old. I think if you ask some of these kids, they might think we're old, but...
Well, we're definitely
getting older.
No, we're old. When it comes to high school kids, we're old. Hit there. McDermott unable to come away with that grab.
Yeah, it was hit pretty sharply. It looked like that was number 16, Cheyenne Banaski, that got the opportunity to hit there and poked one kind of up the middle.
Well, that's a hard, too. You're backhanding it, right? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I know that's my kid playing second,
right.
But I think that's probably a hit. It's something I want her to be able to obtain. Like, I wish she would have made that play, but not an easy play.
This is Lemke up to bat.
But at the same time, I think Cheyenne struck that ball well. That was, first pitch. She went after it, and not an easy play.
Well, Banaski, this is a substitution. They just put her in there and...
Yeah, I think she came in to hit. She might have replaced where Ryan Howland was hitting. No, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I mean, I can pull up the list and tell you. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, it was where Howland. The
DP.
The DP.
So I think Ryan had the hit, and they subbed her with Jenna Thomas, so that burned Ryan. So then they had to have someone come in for Jenna to hit, and that was Cheyenne that they chose to do there.
There's different substitution rules as far as a speed-up runner and whatnot, right?
Correct.
Because Jenna came in for a speed-up runner. Lemke knocks this one up. Shortstop comes underneath it to make the catch. And so there's out number 1 here. And here comes Fogg. Last time Fogg was supposed to be up. Cowley stepped in
Yeah, so they brought Camry in to pinch hit, or kind of to hit for Brooklyn, and then they can re-enter Brooklyn, which is what they did.
And the slapper. Oh.
Got her.
Got her. Yep. And so 2 away. Double play there. Retires the Bingham batters.
Good heads-up play by Brindley and Kinley there. They call that a pickback. So they work on that a lot in practice, and they work on that a lot when they're young. And it's trying to get that girl coming around second base and hurry and throwing behind her and doing a quick pick back there, and that worked out for him.
Because there's going to be that point where they step off.
Yeah,
Not always, but
yeah. You try to teach your runner to stay on the bag, but at the same time, like, she's being aggressive, looking, and she doesn't know where the ball's at because her back's turned to it. So she might be looking to take 3, and that's where you hope that maybe you just get her for 1 second leaning the wrong way, and they happen to have that happen there.
yeah, split second there, and they get the out. Herriman, they've got 3 innings to work with here. See if they can get back into this one, down by 6. Jones will stay on the mound. She pitched 3 innings in the first game. And she's going to start her 5th inning here against Lancaster. This is Gabby Lancaster, senior.
More than likely, I think they'll probably let Shelby go until she doesn't want to at this point, being the senior leader. And they'll probably push her to the limits today.
Lancaster fouling this one off.
Ball in.
And another foul ball. So quick 0-2 count here against Lancaster. So as a slapper, you've got a couple of different swings, right? You can bunt, you can slap, and then where she's swinging through on the slap, where she's taking the steps up, what do you call that?
It's basically it's almost like a slap with a regular swing. So what she's trying to do there is, again, like deciding if she wants to put more power to the ball, try to go more outfield, if she wants to half swing it and knock it into the ground and use her speed to beat out a throw. And then obviously the bunt is just a little, it's a shorter hit.
Right.
So yeah, slappers, if you're able to do it, and it's something that it takes a lot of time and practice. It's something that you have, you're moving, the ball's moving, like I said, it's not an easy chore.
Ball 1.
And you also got to make sure you stay in the box. Because if you're out of the box, you're out, like I said yesterday.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that are going on in a slapper's mind.
A lot to it. Another foul ball.
It's a really cool thing to watch. That's not something that when I came in, being a baseball guy and growing up playing baseball, when I came into the softball world and started seeing girls do that, I was like,
What
is that? But then it's very effective, too.
Yeah, this one's going to go foul. They're not going to quite get to it.
Ooh.
Tripped over her.
Oh, that's scary.
They all look okay.
I think that might have beat up Brenna a little bit. I think she's going to walk it off. She's tough, but didn't feel good. It looks like she might have got stepped on or something.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, she might be bleeding a little bit. Looks like they're going to attend to her.
Oh, yeah, you can see the blood actually on her fingers on that one.
heck of an effort she made there, going on, sacrificing her body, laying out there in that little.
Well, it's an interesting game, differently than a lot of other sports where they would actually just take them out. In softball, they allow them to hurry and bandage her up and put her back.
Yeah, no, she's bleeding, so they're definitely going to have to get some tape on her.
But I mean, they stop play.
Yeah, they'll probably want to get the blood off real quick.
They stop play, fix her, and send her right back, right?
Yeah, no. I know Brenna really well, and she's not going to want to come out of this game, so they'll get her bandaged up, and she'll get back out there ASAP. Just probably need to make sure there's nothing needed for stitches or anything is what I think they're looking at right now.
Yeah, Brenna Cowley, just a freshman. But a huge piece of this Bingham Miners team at shortstop.
Looks like they're going to take her back in the dugout and maybe get her some more attention. They might make a substitution here.
As a freshman, she's only got 11 errors on the year, and you think about it as a shortstop, and they've played 30 games.
Yeah. I mean, the shortstop that's a lot of action over there. Those shortstops take, right? They're responsible they're the captain of the infield, really. I mean, so they're taking a lot of balls at them, different directions. They have to make plays and tough plays from the 5-6 hole or up the middle, and they're usually the ones that see the majority of the action.
Right. That's where your errors are going to come in, and as a freshman, only 11 errors on the year. I think that says something about her.
I'm sure if you ask Brenna, she would not be happy about that because she holds herself to a pretty high standard. But at the same time, like you said, as a freshman, that's. But she's more than capable of holding down that position, which she's done very well all year long.
Well, only a freshman, she'll only get better.
Yep.
Especially with that kind of attitude.
For sure.
7-1, Bingham on the top. Of course, this broadcast brought to you by KSL Sports, and we've got your 5A championship game coming up next with the Bountiful Red Hawks. That's still hard to say, by the way.
Yeah.
And the Spanish Fork Dons.
Different name than when we were kids. Pitchers duel yesterday in that game.
Oh, it was. I mean, both pitchers going college, just like this game.
Yep.
And Sapp with an amazing group of girls around her. I think she had something like 11 strikeouts in the game. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was right around 11. Stoddard right around 9. But
yeah, two very good pitchers going head-to-head there.
The animation that I think Stoddard brings to the game for the Red Hawks, for Bountiful, is just that's a huge piece. I feel like she motivates her team, and to lose 1-0, holding Spanish Fork to only 1 run, when I think their worst game all year was 4 runs.
Yeah, that's tough. You lose 1-0, like you said. That's
a win.
You're the pitcher on that side. You're like, man.
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to make a substitution. Looks like they're going to bring Cheyenne Banaski into second base, and then move Braxton Hunter over to shortstop to fill in for Brenna while they get the bleeding and everything stopped over there.
It must have been quite the cleat to the hand.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Like I said, you get stepped on those cleats, they're sharp. They're sharp, and it's not the greatest feeling. It gas you pretty hard. So hopefully she's okay. I'm sure they want to make sure, obviously, everything's fine, right?
Right. And so we are back into action here. Again, a 1-2 count here And a hit. Second baseman, she comes in cold.
Yeah, welcome
makes
to the game,
the catch
Cheyenne.
and gets the out.
You always got to be ready, right? You always got to be ready when you're on the bench. Your number gets called, you got to be ready to go. And Cheyenne was ready to go there.
And we are back to the top of the batting order with Tansy Smith.
All right, Jordan, stay on the batter.
Tansy playing catcher here for the Mustangs today. One out.
Back to camera one.
Shelby Jones with the pitch, and Tansy will take the first one. It hops right to Jones for out number 2.
Yeah, got it in her hands a little bit there and jammed her up.
And here comes K-Rod.
Jordan, stay right there. Count to 4.
Gary Rodriguez, a sophomore, batting .234 on the year.
Umpire checking there, make sure that the catcher Drake's all right, taking the ball off the knees, giving her a little extra time. Looks like she's good.
Yeah, I'll always wonder as far as that goes, but the umpires, I mean, have a good feel for what's going on and making sure the safety of the players is number one.
Yeah, well, that catcher's right in front of him. They're doing their job protecting him. I mean, he's got gear on, obviously, and is prepared for anything, but he's there.
Looks like Callie's actually over there warming up, batting.
Seeing how it feels to swing over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like she's headed back. Headed back in the dugout. It's good seeing. Good sign.
Nothing serious.
It's a little blood.
Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah. Like I said, I know her pretty well. She wants to get back in the game. Trust me, she wants to. She's a competitor.
It never made any sense to me. Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we clean it up and bandage it? 3-1 count here for Jones. And she will walk Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes her base. So with 2 outs, here comes Smith. Kiara Smith with 10 home runs on the year, batting .598. And she will knock this one fair right past the first baseman. She's going to take a double, and here comes, she's going to stay at third. I think she could have made it, Dirk.
It would have been close, yeah.
But that puts 2 in scoring position, and here comes Hopman, who has been batting.
Yeah, she's been hot today, so I think it's probably the decision to hold her up at third. And again, it might have been a bang-bang play.
Yeah. But be safe and bring Hopman up and let Hopman do her job.
Yeah.
Possibly drive in a couple runs here.
Maddie Savick again speeding up for Kiera out there at second base. Good little hit by Kiera right past the first baseman down the line there that snuck by and got down that right field corner.
Now, Hopman's got 5 home runs on the year, batting a .417. And
looks like they might be making a pitching change here.
They're going to bring out Larson. Larson needs her. She's asking for a face mask here.
Yeah. Again, a little different look, right? They're going to, Cass has kind of felt good off of Shelby today, putting the ball in play in her. They're going to go to Brecca, change some things up, and move the ball around a little bit. Different look.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely seems like a smart idea to me. You got 2 on, and Hopman has been phenomenal.
Yeah, so they're going to do what they did yesterday. They're going to put Shelby over at third and move Oakley over to first base from third base.
We'll see if Larson finishes on the mound today, or if they put Shelby back there to finish the game.
That's obviously an option. Again, I just think it just is what Mickey thinks, how the game is vibing, and her staff. You know, talking to her staff, finding out how she thinks the rest of the game lines up. And Brecka came in yesterday and pitched really well. So,
well, she's your future here at Bingham at pitching. Who else did you say is pitching for this team?
Camry Callie is another one of their pitchers. She's a sophomore. So next year it'll probably be Camry, and Brecka will get a lot of the reps. Zalia, who also plays right field, also pitches sometimes, and even Brenna Callie sometimes will throw. She doesn't as often now because she's holding down the middle infield shortstop area. Right. So, but they have both pitched in their day.
All right, we are ready to go. Cassidy Hopman again, batting a .417 on the year with 5 home runs, facing the sophomore in Brecka Larson. And swing. She wanted all of it. Dirk, she wanted all of it.
She did. She took a hack at that one. She was trying to get 3 runs. Brecka got it by her. Tried that rise ball there. That's one of Brecka's better pitches. She has that work, and it's a tough ball to hit.
Look how far Hopman is up in front there of that plate.
Clip that outside corner.
1-2 count here against Hopman. 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Savick and Rodriguez. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Comes in high, makes it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brecka was looking to kind of expand Cassie's zone there, and Cassie was able to hold up.
Swing, and she'll strike her out.
Got her with a good fastball in the outside half.
So the sophomore strikes out that senior in what could have been a big move moment for Herriman, adding 2 more on instead. It retires him, and that is the end of 5. We're back after this quick break.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated.
Welcome back to the 6A State Championship softball game, game 2 of this series. Bingham leads 7-1. Trying to take home the state championship right here.
What did I tell you, Mark? Guess who's up?
Callie.
Brenna Callie.
And between Kiara Smith's legs there.
Right to Kiara Rodriguez. Right place, right time there.
For just maybe if you didn't see, Cowley trying to make a catch on a foul ball from the shortstop position, runs over, making a dive. One of her teammates stepped on her.
Yeah, stepped on her hand, got her a little bit. They got her taped back up and back in there. Good to see. Kiara might have tweaked something there a little bit on that pitch. Maybe her ankle or something.
Kiara Smith here. You know, for us, that's called waking up in the morning.
Oh, yeah, waking up and just
And you're like,
tweaking something?
No, you don't even tweak anything. You just step down and your foot hurts. What did I do? What did I do?
Hey, man, we put a lot of work on our bodies when we were younger.
So it just decides to hurt us every now and again?
Yeah, as you get older, you just, you get those tweaks. All that running around, wrestling, baseball, football, basketball we did when we were younger, you start to feel those tweaks when you get in your 40s.
I'm still doing that stuff. I did a 5-mile run yesterday.
Oh.
I'm trying to stay young here, Dirk.
Showing me up.
Just trying to stay young.
I coach softball.
That's how you stay young?
That's how I stay young.
Surround yourself.
Yeah. Surround myself with youth.
Yeah.
Your mind thinks you're 18. Your body then says, no, dude, you're 40.
This is Charity Drake, senior for Bingham, with a 2-1 count here. Batting a .373 on the year with 1 home run. And
one of their seniors.
yeah, she'll get a piece of that one. Oh, did I have that? I don't know what the count is.
No, it's 2-2. The board's off.
It is,
That's
okay.
There you go.
Sometimes the board changes, and I'm like, wait. I mean, I could have messed up.
Oh.
What a hit. Finds the hole, and that is going to bounce to the fence. She'll get a double on this one. Great hit by the senior Drake there. And here comes Braxton Hunter.
Looks like she waited back on a change up there and was able to poke it out there in the left center.
Good hit. Good hit off of great pitcher. Kiara Smith going to Weber State next year. Great pitcher here for Herriman. And she's facing Braxton Hunter, Salt Lake Community College commit. Oh, she got her. The crowd does not like it.
Close play, but I think she did get her, but it was bang bang for sure.
It was. I agree with you. In my opinion, I believe the ball beat the runner, but it was close enough that it got the crowd excited.
I'm going to talk to the home plate umpire, see if he had a different angle here.
And that's a good idea. You want to get a second.
Yeah. So
because now you've got 2 opinions. And
says she's out. I mean, I think that's a tough call.
Yeah. Hunter didn't like the call either. Shelby Jones is up. But nobody saw Drake advance to third.
Yeah, they got. Oh, they're speeding up again. It threw me off. I'm like, that's not her, but it looks like that's they sped up again. Callie Clark over there.
Yeah, it's not Drake.
It would have. It's the runner for Drake. You're right.
Runner for Drake.
Yeah. Callie advanced over to third base. 2 outs now.
But here's Shelby Jones. Now, these 2, of course, teammates, that's got a... Kiara knows exactly what to pitch Shelby, and Shelby hasn't hit well off of her.
Yeah, I mean, I think this throughout the year, you kind of look at what they've done, and you study them. Like I said, Tansy calls all Kiara's pitchers Tansy, Kiera's catcher and sister.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they have a game plan going to it and trying to say, hey, this is maybe what Shelby doesn't like, and this is the pitch I'm going to try to go after her with.
Tansy trying to hold that one up. It is going to be a ball.
Yeah, trying to frame that ball in there as best you can.
So 3 balls, 1 strike here against Jones. And she'll take her base. And here comes Oakley Clark. Oakley has been batting lights out today.
She really has. She's 3 for 3 today and really got him started early on in this game.
It makes you wonder if do you try and bring someone different or you let Kiera just go ahead and...
Yeah, you know, she's our senior leader, and she's given them everything she's got all year long. So I think you got to give her that.
Let her do it.
Yeah, give her every opportunity.
Oakley fouls this one.
Yeah, Kiera, like I said yesterday, she's probably approaching close to 3,000 pitches on the year, and she's gave everything she's had all year long. Come back off after last year after having a back injury and missing pretty much all of last year. She only really got to hit a little bit last year. So
yeah, that's something we talked about, how Herriman went 4-22 last year without Kiera. And this year with Kiera, 23-4, 23-5 now.
Yeah, I think Herriman had 5 wins last year, and 2 of them were in the state playoffs. So it was
good hit there, but third baseman unable to come away with that. Drops it and allows Clark to run in, right?
Yeah, Callie Clark scored the run there. Speeding up for Drake, the catcher.
So they'll add another run onto the board here. And here comes Brecka Larson. So Jones at second, Clark at first, and Larson. 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes Smith's pitch. Ball 2.
Try a little off-speed pitch there. Oh.
Just a little drop like that, and the runners advance.
Yeah, these short bases, like we said, and it's a little easier to advance on even a little bobble.
And now Brecka will take her base, and it wouldn't have mattered.
Nope, load them up.
Here comes Banaski. Cheyenne Banaski.
Another sophomore for Bingham.
One ball, 1 strike here against Banaski. With the bases loaded and 2 outs. Another ball.
Went outside, got a strike on it, actually. He had that late call on you again, Mark.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He gets me with that. So now a ball. Now we got 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count. Yeah, again.
I got to wait for him. What's he going to call?
Yeah, full count, 2 outs. All the runners are going to be in motion here now. They're going to be running on the pitch. Walked her.
That brings Shelby home. Tansy's going to go talk to her sister. And looks like Coach's coming out to talk to her pitcher.
Yeah, Coach Bree Dodge is going to head out and have a chat with Kiara.
But, Dirk, you're right. I wouldn't want anyone else out there. I mean, the senior.
No, at this point, I mean, you got to make sure she's mentally okay to get through this. I think she is. She's a mentally strong kid that's battled a lot of adversity this last year and a half, come back from injury and stuff like that. So I'm sure she wants to be out there. It's just probably
the same on her. At the same time, you're battling a great Bingham team that they're going to get some hits,
no doubt.
And here comes Lemke. Lemke, a slapper, but we haven't seen.
I'd say G's more of a power-hitting left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
She's fast, though. She's got some pretty good wills. Again, another sophomore.
A lot of sophomores. Well, Brecca Larson's a sophomore. Banaski's a sophomore at first, and then sophomore on deck.
Yeah. Oh.
Right at the pitcher. Kiara's able to
recover and get the out.
Yeah, so that'll stop Bingham's run. 2 runs in this inning. And now Herriman will be at bat. And the sun's out again.
Yeah, it keeps peeking through those clouds. Yeah, Herriman chasing 8 runs here now. It's only a couple innings remaining.
Getting tough. They're going to have to really settle down and get some hits, get on base.
For sure, the string some hits together to have any chance to get back into this game.
But all they need is a little momentum. You get a couple of good hits, couple of things going for you, and it could turn things around.
Yeah, for sure. It's not ever over until the last pitch, right?
Yeah. I have to say, one of the craziest things I saw this year, I was broadcasting a Cottonwood Uinta baseball game, and it was top of the 7th, right? Uinta was home, and Cottonwood had loaded the bases with no outs, and Derek Hardy, pitcher, comes on, and 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow.
Just fastball. 3 straight strikeouts to finish the game. I mean, they won the game, but the 3 on would have tied it up. I think they won 6-2 or something. Something like that.
You gotta have ice in your veins to do that, right? Got to come in and just.
It was one of those things where you're just like, oh man, bases loaded. We look like we're gonna go. We're at least going to the bottom of the 7th, and no, 3 straight strikeouts and bam, game over. Brecca Larson delivers strike number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th against Quintero.
Yeah, we talk about all the sophomores for Bingham. Herriman also has a bunch of sophomores. This is one of them, and Mackenzie Quintero.
Quintero, is she playing right field?
Yes.
She bats a .357 on the year with 7 home runs. She hasn't been able to do a whole lot against Larson or Jones in this series. She swings on that one. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Larson facing only her second batter of this game.
Throwing that high fastball, that rise ball that's been working for Brecca.
Nothing much has changed. Still on one.
And she gets a hit. It's going to go shallow. And shortstop's able to make that play. Was that Drake?
I think that's
Or,
Braxton Hunter. They moved
Hunter.
over there. Yeah.
So Cowley is not come back in the out or in the
Defensively, yeah, she is
Defensively.
not.
as Banaski stays at second, and yeah, Hunter. Banaski comes to second, stays here for this inning.
Yeah.
So one out. Swing. This is Brindley Murdoch.
Yeah, Brindley, senior first baseman.
She's batting a. She plays basketball also,
Correct.
and a decent basketball player. Averaged almost 10 points a game.
Yeah, great all-around athlete.
Actually, that's her career stats is 10 points a game through high school so far. She's batting a .325 on the year.
Yeah, she comes from a really athletic family. Her sister, Marin, pitched last year for Mountain Ridge. Was their star pitcher last year, graduated. Brindley, obviously, here, and then her younger sister, Gabby, is over at Riverton and plays basketball for Riverton.
They're all over the place. 1-2 pitch comes in high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here against Murdoch.
Got her looking.
Struck her out. So that's 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And this is Sophie Lancaster. We've talked about her as a freshman, but batting .367 on the year as a freshman. Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, Soph's got a really strong bat.
And a good hit, but how about the play there from Hunter?
Great play.
Gets that 3rd out, and that is 6 innings down. We've got the last one coming up here in just a bit.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
We are back to start this 7th inning, 7th and final inning, game 2 of this series, and it is looking like Bingham might have this one in the bag, Dirk. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an uphill climb for Herriman at this point, down 8.
I say that because Dirk is a Herriman parent. As your daughter playing second base out there.
Yeah, hopefully it's not showing too much. I feel like I'm not too biased right now, right?
Oh, no, you're not. You've been able to add a lot of insight between these two teams where you've coached girls from both teams in the younger years.
And coached against almost all of them.
This is Fogg.
Which is fun to, to see them representing their high schools. All these girls should be proud where they're at. And then after this tournament, they'll head back to their comp teams. And I mean, my comp team's headed to Las Vegas tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
you're headed out.
Yeah, headed out later on this evening to go play in Vegas. So softball.
This is 8U. Is that what you said?
No, so this is my Kinley's team. It's
so she's
Utah Heat 07.
So she stop. It doesn't stop tonight.
No, it doesn't.
She's gonna head right out and go play again.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get in a car tonight and drive to Vegas and play tomorrow at noon.
Full count here against Brooklyn Fogg, and she'll take her base.
Yeah, if you play softball, it doesn't stop. It's a year-round event. They give them a little time off. They need a little break to be teenagers and kids.
All right, Jordan, I'm going to have you go to that.
But they love it, so.
Follow first, and then Bill follow the batter. Over to 1.
Brenna Cowley. Yeah, that one looked like it may have been almost in the dirt.
Yeah, that was a little off-speed pitch, something there. A little high.
Ball 3. Fatigue might be setting in.
Maybe, yeah.
There she gets a strike. So 3-1 count now here against Cowley. And like you say, nearing 3,000 pitches on the year.
Yeah, but still battling.
Oh, yeah. Full count. Battles back. Full count here against Cowley. Fogg at first here in the top of the 7th. And Cowley just threads the needle.
Yeah, I found that 5-6 hole over there in between short and third.
We're at second. 2 back at the pitcher.
Number 6, Charity Drake.
All right, we will stay with that. So Jordan, stay on second. Bill, stay with the batter with your eye on first base. And then Nate on ball.
What a bunt.
Sacrifice bunt.
She'll advance the runners to second and third.
Jordan, zoom down a little bit to third base. Over to 4.
Yeah, did her job. A little sacrifice bunt. Just moving the runners. Put them in scoring position.
Charity Drake
To 1. All right, now we're Jordan to second. Bill to third.
with that out. And now here comes Braxton Hunter. Hunter usually plays second base, has moved to shortstop with that slight injury from Cowley's hand. And
Second and third score.
Yeah, she made a great play last inning to end the inning.
a diving catch, right?
Staying on 1.
And now the 3-4 hole. Did I get that right?
Yeah, 4-3, yeah, came home, got away.
Is that how you say it, the 4-3 hole?
Yeah, 3-4, 4-3, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Pick that up, right?
And Hunter advances to second, so two more in.
Two more.
Ugh. 11-1. Bingham has been consistent all game long here. Here's Shelby Jones. Strike one.
Yeah, you look at that big board up there out in right field, and there's only 2 zeros in Bingham's box score, the first inning and the fifth. Other than that, they've scored in every inning.
Staying on one.
Ball. Ball two. You got Oakley Clark on deck. She's really been that killer hitter tonight, or this morning, this afternoon. What did we call it?
This afternoon, yeah.
We started this morning.
It was morning when we started.
Back to one. Over to 4.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on number 22. And there's
I
sorry,
think that
there's a
board's
second.
wrong again.
Is that board wrong again?
Oh, no, it's not. That's right.
Strikes her out.
She kind of sat there like
Yeah.
she didn't think there was a
little bit of a delay, right?
Yeah.
So 2 outs, Oakley Clark with 1 on base.
Staying on one for this pitch. Over to 2. So 3.
And Clark's been hitting well off Smith today.
She has, yeah.
But there's strike 2. So now she's got herself in a little bit of a hole here.
Gonna stay here on 1 for this pitch.
Ball 1.
A little out. Yeah, Oakley's 3 for 4 today with 2 RBIs. Also scored a couple runs.
3 for a sec. Back to 1.
Oh, staying alive.
2.
Battled out outside pitch. She's barely got a piece of it off the end of her bat.
See here. Back to 4. Over to 3. To 2.
And first baseman will pick up that third and final out. And so we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Herriman, boy, it'd have to be the best hitting you've seen.
Yeah, they're chasing 10 runs right now to get back into this. 10 to tie, 11 to win. So it's an uphill climb, but
It's not impossible.
it's not impossible. I mean, it's definitely a large hill to climb, especially just how well Shelby and Brecca have pitched.
And it is going to be Brecca back on the mound.
So are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, while we have a second, Mark, thanks for allowing me this opportunity. I really appreciate it. You roped me into it yesterday and had a couple people say, "Go do it," and I'm glad I did it. I've had a lot of fun. It's been an awesome experience.
Well, I think you've been able to contribute quite a bit to some of the, at least, the stories, the inside information on both teams. And so it's been beneficial. I know, at least for me. I'm sure the listeners have enjoyed it. So
Yeah, it's been fun. Texts and messages that I've received from friends and family saying they've enjoyed it. That's kind of a cool thing for me. So appreciate you giving me this opportunity.
you're welcome. It's KSL Sports giving you the opportunity. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well,
But
thank you, KSL Sports, and you, I guess.
So Larson will stay on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th. Bingham. And here's Kinley up to bat. I'm sure you knew that. And she drops that one right to the center fielder. First pitch. Good hit, but
Good contact. Glad to see her aggressive there, going after it. solid contact.
Center fielder comes up, makes that catch, and there's out number 1, 2 away from calling your Bingham Miners state champions. If you had to put a player of the series, I should say, not player of the game, but player of the series, as Clark has to jump for it and allowing the runner to run in there safe.
Yeah, Gabby was able to beat that one out using that speed, kind of like I said, that slap/slash hit to the shortstop, and using those wheels to beat that out.
Quick meeting with the infield.
Yeah, and obviously Charity had it. She had to gather that and get rid of it quick. She knows Gabby's speed, so she tried to get it over there as quick as she could and threw it a little bit high, and Gabby was able to beat it out.
But it's better that Oakley jumps for it still than to allow Gabby to then.
Yeah, sure.
Advance
Oakley's
to
doing
second.
everything she can to try to keep that ball
in
in
field.
play.
Yeah, in play. Larson's pitch. This is Tansy Smith. And really one of the better hitters for this Herriman team.
Yeah, I think it's been a competition between her and her sister all year long as who has the highest batting average. Just kind of went back and forth.
588 for Tansy. Oh. Strike 2.
Good pitch. I think that's that rise ball again that she's been able to really control the hitters on. Tansy's got that front line completely. It's gone now, so she's getting as close to that plate as she can.
Yeah. And she connects, puts it right in between, and right to the fence. I thought it might bounce out. Gabby will hold up at 3, and so Tansy with a double. Great hit.
Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting right there, taking it opposite field out there, left center, and was able to get it over the left field and the center fielder's head.
Speed up runner there for Tansy.
Yeah, Maddie Maxfield's in there, number 33.
Another sophomore.
Another sophomore.
We'll go back to camera 3.
And this brings up Kira Rodriguez. Just a team full of sophomores with a few seniors here and there, right?
Yeah. I
You
mentioned
guys don't have
yesterday,
a-
there's no juniors on this team, so.
So runners in. Position to score here at second and third. Foul ball. Well, if you had to name a player of the series.
Oh, yeah, you'd mentioned that earlier. It'd be tough with the way the two pitchers have thrown. I mean, that's definitely got to be up there. I mean, I think Oakley Clark's probably definitely in the conversation. I think her bat's been pretty hot, and she got him started today. She hit well yesterday. But yeah, I mean, you got to go with the pitching staff collectively with Shelby Jones and Brecca Larson to this point. They've pretty much held the Herriman hitters at bay.
No runs yesterday and one today, so far.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's what, if you're looking for kind of an MVP of the series right now, I think that's kind of where I would lean.
It's the 1-2 punch. Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Rodriguez. 1 out, but the runners in scoring position. Lancaster and Maxfield running in place of Smith at second. Here comes Larson's 2-2 pitch, and it is foul ball. That'll make it a full count.
Yeah, a little up and in.
Foul ball.
Heads up,
coming up.
heads up. Oh. Almost a good play made down here.
Staying alive here, Rodriguez.
He did his job. He protected his wife. Right? He made sure to knock it down so it didn't hit his wife down there.
The protector. Full count pitch.
A little low and outside, looked like.
And Rodriguez will take her base. And here comes Kara Smith. So, hey, it's where you want to be. You got the bases loaded. And you're up with.
Bases low and your senior leader coming up to bat.
That leads the team in home runs.
Yeah. In a lot of statistical categories.
And she smacks it, and it is going to go.
That's gone.
She's got it. Grand slam, Kara Smith. First pitch, and she smacks that one out of the ballpark. Weber State commit. Phenomenal pitcher. She should show she could hit too, also right there.
Yeah, she got all that one. They're going to go back to Shelby. Looks like it.
Well, the plus side is Bingham's looking at this and going, we still got a pretty good lead. But 11-5, it really cut that lead big time. It made the game a little more exciting.
Yeah. It's, Herriman's.
And
they haven't rolled over. They haven't rolled over. They're still competing, right?
And Hopman's up.
Yep. Got your 4-hitter up. Gonna re-enter Shelby here.
Which is smart. I mean, Shelby, your senior leader, and she's been a great pitcher for the Miners all year long.
Yeah, she's their ace. Go to your ace, right?
Yeah, let her finish it up.
And Brecka pitched well. I mean,
She really did.
You're going to give up. You're going to give up home. If you're a pitcher, you're going to give up home runs. You're going to give up walks, base hits. That's just part of the game. You just got to be able to bounce through it. And now you go back to Shelby here and let her see if she can close this out.
So Cassidy Hopman, senior for the Mustangs, will be up after that grand slam by Kara Smith.
Bringing Shelby back in, I think that changes the defensive alignment. Now they got to take Cheyenne out of the game. That moves Brenna has to come back into the game to play shortstop. And then we'll move Braxton Hunter back over to second base. Breck going back to first, and Oakley Clark going back to third. So they did a whole realignment of the infield after that, after bringing Shelby back into pitch here. And they got to do that, obviously. There's a lot of different substitution rules. It's confusing.
You ever thought of umpiring?
Man, I don't know. It would be. I have friends that umpire, and, I mean, it's something. It's a job. You got to be able to take some criticism, but
right,
maybe someday,
Yeah,
never say never, I guess.
I mean, but the plus side is you just have your back to the crowd the whole time. You don't have to face them.
Yeah, you just kind of have to have selective hearing.
Yeah. Change your fur when you go home.
Yeah. Oh, got her.
Oh, got her on the elbow. And so she will take her base, and here comes Quintero.
Got off that Evo shield we talked about yesterday on there. They were on their arms.
The what?
Call an Evo shield.
That's
it's
what.
like
That's what it's called. Is an Evo shield.
Yeah, I think it's probably the name of a company.
But protects her enough to where it doesn't even bother her. Now, what is on her arm? Her sleeve. Is that almost looks like a cast?
So what it is it's like almost like an oven mitt. It's made to slide. It helps us so it keeps your fingers together. So when you're sliding, you don't jam your fingers or hurt your fingers.
And so she just puts that on.
Yeah,
when
it helps
she gets
her slide.
on base.
Yeah, when they get on base, it's got a little protection in there too. So if you're sliding, you get stepped on. It's another one of those things that's made for that. You'll see a lot of the professional baseball players and collegiate athletes wear them. Now high school kids.
That sounds smart. I mean, safety is everything.
It really is.
Yourself.
I think you'll see them more and more over the years. And like I said, when you're going in, it makes it so your fingers don't bend up in that base, and you can still kind of grab a base. But I think they call it like an oven mitt. Is what a lot of people will call it.
Well, now how often in softball do you see them slide head first? It's usually a feet first, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the girl's preference. Some girls like to slide feet first, some girls going ahead. And in a situation, right? If you feel like you need to get around somebody and you can't go feet first, then you got to go head first. I don't really love girls sliding to home head first. That causes a little bit of injuries. All those, that catcher have a lot of gear on down there, but you'll see it. And again, it's just what the girl's comfortable with. I know girls that will only slide head first.
Full count here on Quintero. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Big grand slam there by Kiera Smith to bring this Herriman team to life, but strikeout there.
Nice little off-speed pitch there. She threw a change there, a good little change up. Had Ken's way out in front. Ken's was looking fastball and threw in a little off-speed there.
This brings up the senior Brinley Murdoch. 2 outs. Low, ball 1. Hotman at first. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs here. Murdoch going to take a second. As our Bountiful team and Spanish Fork team, they got here about an hour ago.
Off speed again.
Jones gets the strike. 2 strikes away from a state championship.
Using that changeup again. It's a dirty pitch.
And right at Shelby, will they get that? They get the out. And there's your state champions, your 6A 2023 Utah High School state champions in softball.
Yeah, congratulations to the Bingham Miners, man. They earned it today, for sure.
Huge pitching there by Shelby Jones to finish it off. Larson came in. She came in game 1, pitching 4 innings. Couple innings here. But they get the win over the Herriman Mustangs. And not to take anything from the Herriman Mustangs either. They did a great job this year. And, hey, Kiera Smith made it an exciting game with that grand slam hit.
Yeah, they never gave up. And, huge shout out to the Bingham Miners for winning the 6A championship, but also congratulations to the Herriman Mustangs for getting to this point and getting to the championship series. And
hey, somebody had to challenge them.
There's only one team that takes home a championship, right? And it always feels better to take home a championship, but you got to be proud of getting here if you're the Mustangs, and I think they are. And I'm sure after the game and after a few things, they'll realize that. But tough for the seniors. I mean, you just ended your softball career, so I'm sure Kiara and Maddie and Gabby and Brinley and Cass take a little bit longer for them, right? Just to realize that that's your last game you're going to play with your teammates. And that's always tough.
Well, congratulations to Mickey Jackson and the rest of the coaching crew at Bingham High School. And, of course, all your Bingham High School players, the seniors, as they will go on. In fact, all the seniors Braxton Hunter going to Slick along with Shelby Jones. I don't know about Charity Drake, but another senior.
I'm not sure about Charity either, but yeah, I mean, something obviously, hey, this is something they'll never forget the rest of their lives, right? Well, and you'll always be a state champion the rest of your lives.
And you hope that they go and they give back to the community somehow, somewhere, whether it's coaching.
Sure, yeah.
Down the road, right?
For sure.
I mean, you take the Herriman coaches, both played for Bingham.
Yeah.
Won state champions with Mickey Jackson. So.
Yeah, I mean that's the road that you hope they take, and and that's the road I took. I played baseball and won a couple state championships at Taylorsville High School back in the '90s, and my dad was a coach, and then I wanted to be a coach, and that's what I'm doing now, giving back. So that's an important thing for these girls.
Dirk McDermott, thanks for joining us this afternoon. And, hey, there's your state champions in 6A. We've got 5A state championship coming up here in a bit. Bountiful and Spanish Fork will be played here. I think the schedule says 1:30. They're probably going to give them some time out on the field to play. But, we talk about pitchers, great pitchers. Bountiful and Spanish Fork, both with phenomenal pitchers that are college commits too. So
yeah, you're going to see another battle here in a half hour or so, following up this. But yeah, Bingham needs to get their props, and congratulations to them.
Well, and Herriman taking home the second place. They got a trophy they're still going to take home.
Yeah, he's still going to take home a trophy and the memories of it.
But a lot of these players will be back next year. That's the most fun part.
For sure. It's always hard to, like I said, for the younger girls that are going to be back, you got another shot at it. But for the seniors, it's their last championship. For Shelby and Charity and Braxton, they go out senior champs, and the girls for Herriman that are seniors are going out with the second place finish. But
okay, well, make sure you stay right here. We'll be joining you again with the Spanish Fork Bountiful game in the 5A state championship game. That's game 2. Spanish Fork, of course, got game 1. And so game 2, we'll see how that plays out coming up here in just a bit. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it again.